హైదరాబాద్ బాగ్లింగంపల్లిలోని అంబేద్కర్ లా కాలేజీలో విద్వత 2025 ఫెస్టివల్ కార్యక్రమానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా హాజరయ్యారు మంత్రి వివేక్ వెంకటస్వామి. విద్వత 2025 లా ఫెస్టివల్ ను ప్రారంభించారు మంత్రి. ఇవాల్టి నుంచి 16 వరకు విద్వత లా ఫెస్టివల్ కార్యక్రమం జరగనుంది.
Whatever you want to do on chat in the law space, but he said along with all this, you need to be human. Because when you are human only, you will be able to sustain for a longer period on whatever you do. Because I have gone through some of the experiences of some people who are grossly immersed in these things, and their lifespan or their span in the academic world comes down because of the intense pressure they take in all these things. So you need to be human, and it teaches you so many things on the benefits of being human. And Mr. Venkateswamy garu, as Balakrishna Reddy garu said, he spoke about globalization, liberalization, impacts, and how we need to cope up with them. Because what was happening in 1990s is no more the same in 20s. Even in the legal field, we have seen there are so many changes taking place, so many attitudes of the judges, so many attitudes of the lawyers, which are changing over a period of time. We need to also change on what kind of points we need to take. And Mr. Balakrishna Reddy garu, really, you all should understand how he spoke, how our economy was at one time, how globalization has changed our way of thinking, how India is going to be from a developing country to a third largest economy of the world, changes in the aerospace. And I think these kind of information which you got today will be very, very useful to all the participants. So it's a thing which all of you must grasp. And I have seen, because one point my profile, my Miss Vaishnavi didn't mention was, I'm also an industrialist. Actually, I was a first generation entrepreneur. From 5 lakhs of investment, I've developed a business of nearly 2,000 crores business I've developed. And why I'm speaking about that is, like you have seen the profile of Mr. Nagarjuna. He came from humble beginnings, government schools, came up, and he has achieved the top position as a judge of the High Court, and now he continues here. So you, all of you must see that the message from this is, there is an opportunity if you want to be successful. If you have a goal, and if you say, yes, this is what I want to achieve in life, so you can always achieve, no matter what your current state of resources is and all. It is the feeling, it is the inner challenge one must have to say, yes, I want to be successful. It's only when you are strong internally, you will be able to achieve whatever you want to do. See, I was a doctor of medicine. I had no knowledge of industry. I had nothing actually, except the experience of being with my father when he was a labor minister, when he was handling so many issues. Other than that, I had no experience. But I had just simple common sense. I used common sense, one. Two, I used the tools of being passionate in whatever you want to do. Hardworking. You have to be sincere in what you are doing. So even when I went into politics, my wife took over the business and the college, I advised her the same thing. Don't have to be a great student of management or something. You need to use common sense, and you need to work hard. You need to be sensitive for people when they come and raise some issues. You need to catch them and try to work on them. So these are the points which makes one successful. And I have seen one common thing amongst all successful people in my journey, and that is discipline. And I think once we are disciplined, when we have some values, I'm telling you, today there may be a lot of shortcuts. Some people make some money quickly, they do like this. But ultimately, for a peaceful living in the long run, one needs to have values. You need to work on them. You need to sacrifice some things to maintain those values. And these are the things which will definitely help you in the long run. So in this festival, Vidhvata, which Dr. B.R. Ambedkar College has taken up for the first time, inviting students from all over the country to participate. So this is a great learning lesson for all of you. As many of the speakers said, the founding father of these institutions, Mr. Venkataswamy, he was only a 10th class pass. But he had this vision. He said, no, I want to give education to the poor. I want to give them an opportunity to come study here and become successful people in life. So that is the vision he had, and we all just worked on it, and we said, yes, we need to take that legacy forward. We need to give this opportunity to a lot of students who can afford or who cannot afford. That's why this is one of the few private institutions which is giving scholarship for students who achieve 80% marks in their academics. It's only to encourage people, and I'm glad that there is a competition there to see, I want to get this 80%, I want to do this. So these are the things we learn, and because basically my father being a labor leader, and today a lot of labor laws are going to be discussed, and as a labor minister, as soon as I took charge, as our principal was saying, we started getting into this. There are so many new things which are coming up, because like Mr. Balakrishna Reddy Garu said, there are so many changes taking place in the way business is being done. So many new ideas are coming in business. So for all these new things, you need new laws to be taken care of people who are working there. So we are working on it. We saw that the gig workers, that is one area where there are no laws. So they need some new laws to come. Shortly our assembly is going to pass an act for the gig workers. We are also working on how to see that minimum wages, which were not increased for the last 10 years, how this has to become a system so that workers are also well protected. And in this age of liberalization, where the Prime Minister was very clear that we have to de-link a lot of laws and make business more adaptable and more easy to function. But I have seen in my short span of 4-5 months, this ease of doing business has not gone down very well with the industries. They are not taking that responsibility, because it becomes more responsibility on them to see that they follow these rules, enactment of rules are properly followed, and safety of workers and productivity is taking place. Many of them are neglecting, as we have seen in the Sigaji case. Our labor department actually went for an inspection. They gave them an idea that if you can spend 10 to 15 lakhs, your factory will run safe. Some of managements didn't take that idea, and today they are spending more than 50 crores to resolve that incident where we lost nearly 50 lives. So these are the changes which are taking place. And just now when I was discussing with Mr. Nagarjuna, he was saying in every walk of life there are changes that are taking place. So we need to adapt to these changes. So when I keep talking about this, all the young students should also understand, you need to get prepared for doing multi-skilling. Multi-skilling is very important if you want to be successful in life. You need to do 2 jobs at a time. You need to do 2 things at a time. You need to be experienced in different ways of doing lives. So I would, without taking much time, because students are here to get more knowledge on legal issues and law. So my only advice, because I am very experienced in going to lawyers and going to courts, because my father, although I was a doctor of medicine, he gave me a lot of legal issues to learn. So I have now I know when my case is being argued whether the judge is going to pass the judgment in our favor or not. So I have learnt, and despite not being a legal person, I now know, I have learnt in the legal side what one should learn to see that judgments come in our favor. So a lot of budding lawyers are here. So I am glad that today the way the Ambedkar Law College students gave a presentation on the profile of the students, this is one more way of learning to see that the lawyers especially They should do as many presentations as possible. Because what is your strength? Your strength is what you are going to present in the court of law and how you are going to convince the judge that your argument is right. So your 70% success is in how you are going to present yourself in the court. So this is one area all the students should really get trained, really learn and see how others are doing. So as our principal was saying, more moot courts needs to be conducted so that you give an opportunity to the students. You get at the outside judges, faculty members coming. They have their way of how thing is presented. Because I always felt lawyers are one people who are always on both sides of the coin. Because in one case, they'll be defending one issue. In another case, on the same issue, they will be fighting against the act. So this way, you learn so much on both sides. So this learning experience, this presenting experience is very, very important for law students. And I would say that this 4 days festival, please take the maximum benefit from this seminar. And I'll just share one small experience. I went to Wharton School of Business for a 15-day program. And when the program was going on, I was feeling, array, what is this? I've already learned this. I already know this. But on the 6th day, the professor came up with a very good graph on the screen. And he said how companies get stagnated over a period of time. And how after that stagnation, what needs to be done for any business to go forward. So that was one great learning lesson for me. So whenever you go to any seminars or any such programs, you will learn only one or two things. But those one or two learning things will change your lives. So for learning those one or two things, you need to attend 3-4 days session. So please be patient, please be attentive, and don't miss any seminar and say, no, this is boring, I want to go and come. There will be something for you to take away. So please be studious, learn, because you are at the age of learning, and this knowledge, this content which you are going to gain, nobody will give you later on in life. So all the very best to Ambedkar College institutions and the faculty and the students for this seminar. And incidentally, I met Justice Vijay Reddy Garu yesterday in a social gathering. So he said he will be coming at 5 o'clock after the court is over to distribute the prizes. All the very best to all of you. Thank you.